Let's go Broncos! We're on the brink of a major playoff berth, our first in nearly a decade, and the anticipation couldn't be higher as our beloved team prepares for a Thursday night showdown with the Los Angeles Chargers. If you're thrilled with the Broncos' performance this season, hit that like button hard. If possible, write something like, "Go Broncos! Let's go to the Super Bowl." This is the kind of excitement we've been craving for years. The stage is set for what could be a defining moment in the franchise's quest back to postseason glory, and the team has received some fantastic news to fuel its ambitions. First, the injury report is a sight for sore eyes. Key players, including defensive stalwart Pat Certain II, have been full participants in practice, a significant relief for a team familiar with the tight margins of AFC West playoff play. While the Chargers are battling a rash of injuries, the Broncos enter the game with enviable health and depth in key areas, particularly on the defensive front. Players like DeAndre Tillman and Zach Allen provide a robust safety net, ensuring the defensive line remains a formidable force regardless of roster changes. However, the absence of rookie cornerback Riley Moss from practice is a concern, raising questions about whether he should have been placed on short-term IR weeks ago to optimize roster flexibility. On the other side of the field, the Chargers are recovering from a brutal string of injuries that highlight the perils of an early bye week in the NFL. Their top tight end, Will Dissly, is out, while offensive weapons Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Ekeler are no longer with the team. Running back J.K. Dobbins remains on short-term IR, and the team is without several starters in its secondary. Those absences have left glaring vulnerabilities, as evidenced by their struggles in recent losses to Tampa Bay and Baltimore. Against the Buccaneers, the Chargers managed just 32 rushing yards, exposing their lack of offensive balance without Dobbins. Denver's defensive line, with its ability to stifle the run, appears primed to exploit those weaknesses. Denver's promising quarterback, Bo Nix, will be a key player in this crucial matchup. Critics have questioned whether his recent late-game heroics were simply the result of opposing defenses shifting into preventative mode, but his ability to adjust on the fly has earned the trust of head coach Sean Payton. Nix demonstrated that adaptability in the Broncos' last meeting with the Chargers, nearly engineering a comeback after a rocky start. His growth was on full display against the Indianapolis Colts, where he led a dominant fourth-quarter surge that outscored the Colts 21-0. This trend reflects Denver's broader statistical pattern. The team struggles early but dominates late, leading the NFL in fourth-quarter point differential. The Broncos' defense, anchored by Certain and bolstered by emerging talent, appears to be a deciding factor. Certain, who narrowly avoided a significant injury scare early in the season, will play a crucial role in shutting down the Chargers' depleted receiving core. The defensive unit as a whole must capitalize on the Chargers' one-dimensional offense, which has become increasingly reliant on improving contributors like rookie Kamani Vidal and emerging receiver Ladd McInerney. Despite some bright spots, the Chargers' lack of depth has been their Achilles heel, and Denver's healthy lineup is poised to take full advantage. As both teams prepare for this high-stakes game, the rivalry between Bo Nix and Justin Herbert adds another layer of intrigue. While Herbert's status was uncertain earlier in the week due to a sprained ankle, all signs point to him suiting up for the Chargers. Herbert's physical gifts are undeniable, and his presence ensures that Denver's defense will need to remain vigilant. Still, the Broncos' advantage in the trenches, combined with the Chargers' recent struggles protecting their quarterback, could tip the scales in Denver's favor. Adding to the excitement surrounding this game is its broader significance in the playoff race. Both teams are fighting for postseason positioning, and the stakes couldn't be higher. For the Broncos, it's a chance to continue their remarkable turnaround under Sean Payton. Once written off as an afterthought in the competitive AFC West, Denver now sits second in the division, riding a wave of momentum that includes a string of late-game heroics and a defense that has been lights out in critical moments. A win against the Chargers would not only secure a playoff berth but also serve as a statement to the rest of the league. The Broncos are back. The Chargers, on the other hand, are facing an uphill battle. The early bye week that once seemed like a blessing has become a curse, as injuries have decimated their roster. The team's recent performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was a stark reminder of their struggles. Despite starting strong, the Chargers collapsed in the second half, failing to score a single point as Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers' offense carved up what was once the NFL's top-scoring defense. This trend of second-half collapses has been a recurring theme for the Chargers, raising questions about their ability to close out games against quality opponents. For Denver, the key to victory lies in maintaining their fourth-quarter dominance while addressing their slow starts. The team has consistently dug themselves into early holes, only to storm back with decisive second-half performances. This resilience is a testament to both the coaching of Sean Payton and the poise of Bo Nix, who has shown a knack for rising to the occasion when the pressure is at its peak. If the Broncos can find a way to start faster on Thursday night, they could put the game out of reach before the Chargers have a chance to adjust. One matchup to watch will be the battle in the trenches. The Chargers' offensive line has struggled mightily in recent weeks, giving up 5 sacks to Atlanta and failing to open up running lanes for a depleted backfield. Denver's defensive front, led by veterans and bolstered by impressive depth, will look to exploit these weaknesses. If the Broncos can generate consistent pressure on Justin Herbert, it could be a long night for the Chargers' offense. Another storyline that has captured the attention of fans is the quarterback duel between NIX and Justin Herbert. NIX, a rookie, is still carving out his place in the NFL but has already shown flashes of brilliance. His ability to make in-game adjustments and lead his team in high-pressure situations has drawn comparisons to some of the league's best young quarterbacks. Herbert, meanwhile, is an established star with a cannon for an arm and the ability to make plays that few others can. While Herbert's experience gives him an edge, the Broncos' defense will look to rattle him early and often, forcing him into mistakes that could swing the game in Denver's favor. The playoff implications of this game reach far beyond the immediate stakes on Thursday night. Both the Denver Broncos and Los Angeles Chargers are vying for crucial wins as they navigate a competitive and unpredictable AFC playoff field. Every victory carries significant weight in determining seeding, shaping the potential paths for each team. For Denver, an ideal first-round matchup would be against the Houston Texans, a team grappling with a battered offensive line and limited postseason experience. This combination makes Houston a comparatively favorable opponent for a Broncos team eager to make a deep run. On the other hand, the thought of facing the Baltimore Ravens in a rematch is less appealing. Baltimore handed Denver one of its few lopsided losses this season, and the Ravens' physical style and explosive potential present a daunting challenge. This game also serves as a microcosm of both teams' 2023 seasons. For the Broncos, it's a testament to their remarkable resurgence under head coach Sean Payton. Once dismissed as an afterthought in the AFC West, Denver now boasts a legitimate playoff push, fueled by improved play from rookie quarterback NIX and a defense that continues to deliver in critical moments. The team's recent performances have shown resilience and adaptability, attributes that could make them dangerous in the postseason. This game offers another opportunity for Denver to prove it belongs among the league's elite. For the Chargers, however, the story is one of survival and frustration. After an optimistic start to the season and a 5-game winning streak, injuries have derailed their momentum. Star players like J.K. Dobbins and Keenan Allen are out, and the once dominant Chargers have struggled to maintain consistency, particularly in the second half of games. Despite these setbacks, the Chargers remain a formidable opponent, with Justin Herbert's talent at quarterback keeping them competitive in virtually any matchup. Still, their battered roster and recent losses leave them fighting to preserve what remains of their season. So, Broncos country, what do you think? Can NIX and the Broncos continue their fourth-quarter magic and punch their ticket to the playoffs? Or will Justin Herbert and the Chargers play spoiler in what promises to be a hard-fought AFC West showdown? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This is going to be a game for the ages, and we can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Go Broncos!